Hey up everybody, Betty's back. Right, this one is an Easter dish. With Easter coming up, it is a one pot lamb I'm going to do with some Hasselback potatoes served with a green olive herb dressing. So, I'll share the ingredients and we'll get cracking. Right, okay, so obviously the star of the show is this leg of lamb. Now, we went to, I think it was Tesco's to have a look up there, and it was about 40 something pound for a leg of lamb, and I thought, oh, there's no way I'm paying that. So we ended up going to, not Farm Foods, what do they call it? The Food Warehouse, which is Iceland's. And this was frozen. We bought it yesterday, it's defrosted, but £12.50. Absolute bargain in my eyes, that. Absolutely spot on for a New Zealand whole leg of lamb. So I'll be using that. Potatoes, these are just deluxe potatoes what we're going to use for the Hasselbacks. So that's what I've got. It's supposed to be red wine vinegar in this, but unfortunately we haven't got any, so we'll just search Tylenol. So I'm going to use white wine vinegar. Juice of a lemon. 1 or 2 whole bulbs of garlic. Well, we need the other one for some of the recipes, so quite a few bay leaves, some thyme, some rosemary, some olive oil, and for the olive dressing, obviously we have some pitted Greek olives that we got from Aldi's, some chopped parsley, some chopped mint, which has come from our backyard, along with the bay leaves, the thyme and the rosemary, and a little bit of caster sugar. So I'll be cooking this in the big kazori, in the dual zone air fryer, rather than the oven. So we'll get cracking. Right, okay, so there we have. I've patted that, got rid of all the blood, patted it down. So we're going to make some fairly deep incisions into this leg of lamb. I forgot to mention that this on full price is £25, which still isn't bad, but it was a deal at the Food Warehouse for £12.50. I might even go back and get another one, shove it in, then keep it in the freezer because it's really good value. So we're going to go with quite deep inserts here. So that's a bit of bone there. Just going to go in, keep making a few, as many as you want. This is all to flavour, obviously, the lamb. Try not to do your fingers in. Healing up nicely now, if you can see that, but they are. Make as many inserts as you want. The more you can get in, the more flavour you're going to get. There's quite a few there now. So basically, right, that's that. So what we need now to do is to chop. Get rid of that plate. Right, I'll just move that to one side for now. Garlic, whole garlic bulb here, and I'm chopping it in half. Like so. So obviously you want to get rid of the skins. So just going to show you what we're supposed to do, and I'll continue doing the rest. Otherwise we'll be here all day. So you have your bit of garlic. Meat back. So your bit of garlic, you shove down into the hole like so, along with just a little sprig of thyme and a couple of bits of rosemary into each hole. Yeah, I know it's fiddly. I don't do fiddly that well. But it's one of them, it's got to be done. You can put the whole sprig in there actually if you wanted to. So it's basically like that on every one. Shoving the garlic, the rosemary and the thyme into every hole that you've made. So I'll carry on with that and I'll come back to you. Right, so there we go, fiddly. And fiddly's not my forte, but yeah, there it is, that's done now. So I'm just going to set that aside and crack on with the Hasselback potatoes. Okay, so right, Hasselback potatoes. 2 wooden spoons, preferably the same thickness, these are slightly different. So, lay that between there, and all you do is you just go, so it doesn't go all the way through, about 3mm apart. You're using the spoons as a guide, like so. Oops. So basically you're getting a concertinaed effect, as you can see there. So this did say to put a bay leaf between each slit, but they are massive potatoes. So I'm probably going to go half every other one. Let's see if I can get them in. Like so. Into there. Into there. Every other one. I'm not going to do it every one because we're here all day. And I think that's going to be too strong of bay myself personally. Come on. You know you want to go in. It doesn't like that it's going in. Same with this side. So every other slit I'm going to put about half of that bay leaf in. That one. Where's the other slit gone? Doesn't want to open up. I think that's a bit too big anyway, that bit, personally. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm going to repeat that with all the other potatoes and we'll go on to the next bit. Right, okay, so Hasselback potatoes are all done, as you can see. So, like I said, it's going to go in the big cassori. So, that is the tray for the cassori. So, I'm going to have my leg of lamb this side, and I'm going to do my potatoes this side. So I'm just going to put these in. As best I can. Just hope they'll all go in. Right, drizzle of oil over said potatoes. Just a little gloggy bit. I'm also going to put a little bit of salt on these. That's that. And also in the bottom of the tray, I'm also going to be putting in the rest of the garlic cloves that we didn't use. still in the skins, just cut up with the rosemary and thyme as well. That's all going into there. Right, okay, 1 second guys. Oh. Now for the leg of lamb. So hopefully this is still going to go into here. Without, I'll rearrange it so it's so the potatoes not getting covered by that. That's it, that's in. All my potatoes are in. That's looking pretty good. I'll just shuffle some of these potatoes across and along. So, 1 second, wash my hands. So again, I'm going to drizzle some oil, olive oil over the top of this lovely leg of lamb. Make sure that that's got a good helping as well, but potatoes. And I'm going to rub that in, put some salt in. Again on the top, just a little smattering. And a little smattering of the lemon juice. That's the juice of 1 lemon. I'm going to put a little bit of that over the top of it. Just and a little bit over the potatoes. Lovely. Right, so that is now ready for the oven. Okay, so now it's into the kasori. Pull that forward a little bit, 1 second. So we can see, maybe you won't be able to see a lot with that light on, so, right. So, we're going to set this to, obviously the grand zone, roast, and it's 210 degrees C, or if you're using a fan like this one, 190 C fan or gas mark 7. So, I'm going to set that for, hold on, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Hold on. Oh, gone a bit too far there. One hour 30 minutes. Press play, and I will keep an eye on the potatoes and maybe keep basting them with the juices. An hour and 30 minutes should give you, so it's still pink in the middle. If you want it rarer, you can cook it for 15 minutes less, 10 minutes less, sorry. But if you want it well done, 15 minutes more. So, I'll come back shortly. Okay, right, so I've chopped up my handful of mint and parsley, chopped up my 50 grams of olives, and they're all going to go into this bowl. This is for the heavy olive dressing. So all that going into there. I managed to chop up without cutting myself. That's good. Lovely jubbly. Right, so mixed in here is enough olive oil just to bind it together. Got to really like judge it. Just get another spoon so it brings it together. Make it the right mess here like that. Need a little splash more. I think that's sufficient now. Right. Next, this is supposed to be the red wine vinegar, and we haven't got any. So it's white wine vinegar. 1 teaspoon. Going into there. and the remainder of our lemon juice going into there. One teaspoon of caster sugar into there, and a little bit of salt. And that should be that done. So I'll have a little smush about. And that's it right there. Just gonna have a little taste. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Zingy. Right. That's the sauce done. So we're just waiting for the lamb now. Right. So that has had its full hour and a half. I've been basting the potatoes and the meat every 15 minutes. The potatoes are a bit dark, but I've just tasted them and they are lovely. So I'm just going to cover the lamb and I'm just going to let that rest for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll come back, get it served up, and it'll be taste testing time. Right, so there you have it. That is my one pot roast lamb, served with Hasselback potatoes, which are slightly caramelised, but they're very tasty, and with an olive herby dressing. So there we go. Right, so it's taste testing time. Right, got the weapons again. So I'm going to try the star of the show, which is obviously the lamb, and it's probably a bit more than what it should have been cooked for my liking, but you could make a gravy with this if you wanted to. But I just wanted to follow this recipe that I found. And obviously the rest of the lamb will be used up in another dish. That's, you know, there's a lot of meat there, so I love lamb, especially when it's coming up to Easter. Like these potatoes, nice and crunchy. I like those. I think maybe next time I'll do them separate in the other air fryer. Obviously I've taken the bay leaves out of there. I'll just try this olive herby dressing with it. With some of the lamb, which is lovely and juicy. Well, that is something slightly different with the dressing. Obviously mint and lamb are always going to go together. The addition of the olives, rosemary and thyme in there, absolutely banging. So give that one a go if you like the look of it. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all your lovely comments and all your recipe ideas. Keep them all coming. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, as it really helps us. So I hope you enjoy your Easter, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. So I'll catch you later. Bye.